So we are back in action with more girls U18 Elite Rugby, this time continuing in pool play. It is the Utah Lions in the navy blue playing against Rhino Academy in the lighter blue. Rhino Academy with the neon yellow socks. That's the consistency we've seen across all the Rhino teams in this tournament. I think they have the most sides in this tournament, from boys U14 all the way up to the U18s Elite, a couple of open sides as well. We have referee Michelle O'Brien in the middle, not to be confused with new national panel referee Mike O'Brien. So Michelle wearing the pink jersey. And we have assistant referee Ashley Burge on our near sideline. Local legend out of the Harriman High School Club, and very familiar with this Utah Lions side as she trains with them. So we see the scrum called up. We're going to have another scrum to the Utah Lions. This is Kat Stowers wearing the number 9 that put it in. Yesterday, Kat Stowers with a magnificent showing. She was So that is Stowers with a quick tap and go. She's got the numbers to the right side. It's a 3-on-1 overload, but the Rhino Rugby doing well to cover. Can't quite miss or hit the tackle. That is number 12, Alex Cedric, known as Spiff. That is powering into the angle, but the ball knocked on, no try. So fantastic defensive work and realignment by this Rhino side. This Rhino team all coming from one high school, the Land Park. Rhino team managed by Curtis Prop, coached by Eva Saviali. Familiar name again to a lot of our American rugby fans and Samoa rugby fans, a capped international for Samoa. So we have a scrum about 5 meters from the Utah Lions in goal. They'll be looking to drive this over if they can, but this is a solid Rhino team that's been getting quality minutes of action in, and this is a nice take by their center. So a little bit of a miss pass when it came off the scrum, but she's doing well to go forward, advance to 22, misses the connection with her wing, and it looks like it's going to be the Utah Lions dotting the ball down. Formation on the try. So it's Utah Lions with opening points. We are 3 minutes into this first half of action of women's elite U18 pool play. Conversion kick missed. That is a tough angle for Kat Stowers. So that'll see a 5-0 lead to the Utah Lions. If this team is going to play anything like their boys did yesterday, they're going to be putting a ton of pressure on this kickoff. So with a game of 7s, they will be kicking off to the Rhinos team, contrasting to the game of 15s, where when you score, you get kicked 2. Yesterday, we saw a lot of high, deep kicks trying to pin these teams back into their own 20. And it is a deep kick from this Utah Lions team. A good kick downfield inside of the 22-meter, dribbling out to touch. It'll be a line out to the Rhino side. And then players worth watching out of this Rhino team, if they get ball in hand, is going to be Kira Nixon, their number 8. She is a solid ball carrier. We have the Tao sisters. That's Alicia and Angel. Alicia wearing number 15, Angel wearing the number. Curly hair was a presence on the field yesterday in their matches. It was Sadie Holt Warren wearing the number 2 jersey yesterday that scored what was the winning try. They eked out a 10-5 win. Lions that come away with the ball from the line out here. Again, moving the ball to the outside in the hands of their number 1, Sierra Barnes, out of Harriman High School. And see the ball carried by Boots Aspinall. Boots, one of 3 cousins on this side. So Boots wearing the number 7, Charity wearing the number 13, and Kat Stowers wearing the number 9. one of many rugby families that are out here for the tournament. We've seen many sets of brothers and quite a few sets of twins on some of these teams. And of course, the Tao sisters here with the Rhino Academy side. So this Utah Lions side going to be looking to score off of the scrum. A lot of tries scored in the game of sevens off of these set pieces. So you see many a try scored off of penalties, many off of scrums. And we've seen the aerial game and many tries scored just straight off of the kickoff as well. So these teams really focusing on the technique of the set pieces they can control. We see the ball come out here in open play. An unfortunate knock there. That was Boots Aspinall wearing that number 7. So it'll be a scrum to Rhino, and again, Utah's going to be looking to spoil. This Utah team, in their first year of existence as an academy as well, they draw from several different high schools across the state. Players represented from Harriman, United, and Snow Canyon. That's Liz Jepson wearing the number 11 jersey that comes from Snow Canyon, 4 hours away to train with this program. So this team started training. They've been going 3 days a week. When they were prepping for the Las Vegas Invitational, making their debut, they added in twice a week at night at the University of Utah, making use of their indoor football facilities, practicing Friday and Saturday nights from 10 p.m. till midnight. And then dialed it back when these clubs are playing their 15s for the state of Utah. The girls all play then with their club team during the spring, and then they raise their profile again with practice as this team was preparing for a tour to Europe. So this team went over and played in the United World Games, the first American team to do so, and they won the championship. They were not only undefeated, but they were unscored on the entire tournament. They continue their winning ways, traveling to Victoria for the Sevens Championships up there. They fell in the final to the Canada Maple Leaf side, had a barn burner of a match in their semifinal against BC. So this is a team that is seeking to play as much high-level rugby as they possibly can and give all their players opportunities to play on in college. A couple of their players, they had 2 graduating seniors this year, and they'll be both, looks like they're both offered spots at Central Washington University. Again, one of the teams playing in the D1 Elite. Last year, they're actually moving into the new NIRA, so that is the Women's Varsity Championship. We have over 17 NCAA varsity women's programs when it comes to college, so these players getting scholarship opportunities to play top-level rugby, to travel the country, and move on to play in these various All-American setups. Of course, we have our Canadian teams here, so the players from Upright Rugby and some other squads having the opportunities there. It is a try scored for the Utah Lions side, right under the post, so Kat Stowers with an easy conversion. And she slots it through. That'll be Utah going up 12-0 as we take it into halftime. We'll be back in just a moment with more action.
I am your fortress on the front line of sport. Engineered to be stronger than the attack. I defy convention by protecting more with less. Helping you breathe easier, hydrate faster, speak more clearly. I am Sisu, and I fend for you.
Commitment. It's the measure of every great player and of every true fan. It powers supporters as they push their team to greater endeavor and drives the world's finest athletes in brutal but beautiful confrontation. Every ruck, pass, kick and try, ratcheting up the excitement until you can give no more. Commitment is in our heritage and in our future. Bonded by rituals, behaviors and values, a shared passion for the greatest game on the earth. It inspires us to push boundaries, constantly innovating for the good of the game. Rugby is not just about winning or losing. True commitment is all of this, and more. And what makes rugby is what makes Canterbury. Each shirt is crafted from the very fabric of the game. So when you pull on Canterbury, professional, amateur or supporter, you're wearing more than just a shirt.
The second half of action here in the girls U18 elite pool play. It is Utah Lions in Navy leading the Rhino Academy 12-0. We saw Utah having to work extremely hard for their tries. This Rhino team not giving them anything hard with their tackles going forward. So we'll see what they can do with the ball now in hand. They haven't had much possession. Utah's done a fantastic job of denying them possession, especially executing off of their set pieces. But here we going forward. That's Jackie Miller, number 14 for Utah, or sorry, for the Rhino Rugby, I should say. Jackie Miller. You can tell her by her hair. She was a solid force on the field yesterday, keeping the ball alive and getting the ball wide. So Rhino looking to take advantage of the space on the field, going sideline to sideline when at all possible. You see the ball in the hands there. That's number 7. And my apologies, as I don't have a jersey number 7 on my roster sheets. But no matter, that's Sadie Holt-Warren, number 2 with the ball, a strong ball carrier. Yesterday, again, scored that winning try against the Atavis Selects. Ball is knocked forward on her offload pass, so we are going to see a scrum to Utah Lions. So the referee showing advantage at first, trying to see if Utah gaining possession could get anything, better than a scrum in that situation. But they are not, because it's been constant pressure from this Rhino team. So it'll be Utah in a kind of dangerous scrum position here. If Rhino can drive this over and get a steal, I imagine that's what they're looking for. And that's number 3, Angel Tao, is going to be doing her best to be scrappy and tenacious. Forcing Kat Stowers into a dive pass and a little bit of a misconnection here in the in goal for Utah, but still coming away with the ball. They've got solid speed in their backline players. We saw a lot of tries yesterday out of the number 13, Charity Tenney. Spiff Cedric also joining her many times in the in goal. We had Seni Terema, the number 10. So a lot of threats on this Utah Lions team. Ball knocked forward. We're seeing another scrum situation. This time Rhino. Again, Rhino strong in the scrum, is going to look to secure a solid ball for their scrum half and looking to get in their hands that number 7 fly half. See a bit of a contest in the scrum, and it's Utah with the steal. Kat Stowers getting it to her fly half and spinning the ball out wide. Again, knocked forward, and it's a good steal. So this time advantage is gained as Rhino is looking to score a try. Number 13, Lexia Reynolds in. So a heads-up play by by Rhino Rugby, getting their first points of the afternoon. It's going to be 12-5, pending the conversion kick. So we have 2 first-year programs facing off against each other. Quality minutes of rugby here. An amazing facility at this regional athletic complex in Salt Lake City. Not only did they host the Women's Super Series 2 weeks ago, they were also host to the Pioneer Sevens, which is the final qualifier for our Club 7 series. It was Glendale Raptors that won it on the men's side. Of course, that side, the 2016 PRP champions. But despite the win, it is the Rugby Utah Olympic Development Academy and the Kansas City Blues that are advancing to Club 7's Nationals. That'll be taking place in 2 weeks in Denver, Colorado at Dick's Sporting Goods Park. But back to the action here at the RAC. We see a short kick coming from the Rhino side. Ball in the hands, that was Charity Tenney. She's passing it out to Spiff, wearing that number 12. Kat Stowers with the ball, tackled well by the Rhino team, and it is this Utah side just trying to get the ball to space, finding the open gaps on the field. But Rhino relentless with their defense. We'll see what Utah can put together on the right side. A little bit of a mixed connection. And it's referee Michelle O'Brien indicating offsides. It's going to be a penalty to Utah. We see the quick tap taken. It looked like that was their number 6, Addie Sorensen. And a solid line break here. Looking to get under the post because these points are important. A good chase out of this Rhino side. We'll look to referee Michelle O'Brien. She's got advantage indicated, so not a try quite yet, but there it is. It's a dive over the line for the Utah Rugby side. That was a fantastic break up the field. I believe that was number 7, Boots Aspinall, that did the hard yards. And a team try there as it's dive over for the score. Currently 17-5, Utah Lions leading Rhino pending this conversion kick. We talk a lot about the game of sevens, the opportunity to score these tries off turnover ball. It looked like it may have gone Rhino's way, but there is offsides called by our referee, so that provided Utah another attacking platform, another opportunity. With penalty calls, the other team does need to retreat 10 meters before they can make the tackle again. So Utah with a quick tap able to make the try come. The conversion kick missed. It is Utah leading 17-5, 2 minutes left in this game. Should Utah maintain this 2-try lead, they would go to 4-0 on the tournament and would be a near lock to advance to the championship round. With 7 teams playing, 6 games of action, it is the #1 and #2 team rated out of pool play that will be moving forward. But quite an interesting situation here with who could take that second spot. We have several teams that are sitting with just 1 loss, and we have Atlantis that's lurking with only 2 losses. So a lot of rugby yet to be played. We see the kick from Utah Lions, an uncharacteristic misstep here, an unforced error as a kick does not go 10. So this will give the Rhino Academy a free kick at midfield. With this free kick scenario, the Utah Lions do need to be 10 meters back, so it gives Rhino a little bit of open space. They're trying to make something happen. We see the ball going wide to the outside. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw it come back to the right. And a little bit of a football style pass there. I like the improvisation. That's one of the beautiful things about this game of sevens. You know, there are teams that play very rigid structured systems, but there's always the opportunity to play and improvise. We see this happen all the time with Fiji playing their running rugby. We see the beauty of the New Zealand Sevens team, and of course our world champions this year, Australia, always trying to find the ball in space, finding their solid runners moving forward, incredibly fit and well conditioned. And it's going to be a few of these players out here in this women's elite division and the women's open division making a run for the 2018 Sevens World Cup that'll be hosted in San Francisco and our Tokyo 2020 Olympics. So we do have some players out here that have played overseas. It's a beautiful break here though. Charity Tenney. We don't have the official stats, but yesterday we thought she was a leading try scorer. She may be adding to her tally. That's Charity Tenney wearing the #13 jersey, one of 2 players from this Utah Lions side that are high school graduates, moving on to play her rugby at Central Washington this fall, and one of the team co-captains. The clock is winding down. I'm seeing 6 seconds left. Utah Lions with a 22-5 lead. We're looking for the extras out of Kat Stowers. No, but it'll be Charity actually looking to convert her own kick. Falls just short of the post here, so it'll be the Utah Lions 22, Rhino Academy 5. And we'll see if there's time for one last play. Official time on the field being kept by referee Michelle O'Brien. So do you get a little bit of extra play? It's time for one last one, and the game will end. It is Utah Lions winning 22-5. And coming up next, we will have girls U18 open action with the Mambas out of Idaho against the Fullerton Lady Lions. We'll be back just after a word from our sponsors.